Alright, so we are answering this question before us, which says solve the following for x, and here it is right here. So the first thing that we're going to do is rearrange this. So I'm going to write it as sine of x is equal to, I'll move this over to the other side, so the square root of 2, so I'm plussing the square root of 2 to both sides, then I'm going to divide by 2, and let's remind ourselves that our domain is between 0 and 2 pi. The next thing that I'm going to do is figure out what my reference angle is going to be. So in other words, what my reference angle is if I can picture my unit circle, and if I know that I'm dealing with sine of x is equal to the square root of 2 on 2, well, sine tells me that I'm dealing with my y-axis. So I'm just going to mark in where the square root of 2 on 2 is on my y-axis. So it's going to be there. So that tells me that's going to be in my first and second quadrant. And my reference angle is just the angle in my first quadrant, and that's going to be pi on 4. So this is something that's really just important, that you're able to see this exact value and recognize that the reference angle for it, for sine, is going to be pi on 4. So that means I can now say that x is going to be pi on 4 for my first quadrant, and then in my second quadrant it's going to be 3 pi on 4, because that's what the angle is. If I know that my reference angle is pi on 4, well, if I'm in my second quadrant, which I can clearly see here, it's going to be 3 pi on 4. And just like that, that's our answer. So as you can see, you get 2 solutions out for that one. So hopefully you found that useful. Look at the mark scheme to make sure that you're providing enough detail for your answers. So maybe 1 mark for working, and then 1 mark for each of the correct answers here. Hopefully you found this useful, and I'll see you in the next one.